Hey everybody, it's Danny Freak. First off, I just want to say sorry for being so inactive lately. I've been currently working on some things, so hopefully you guys can forgive me. Also, I just want to say a quick thank you for 2,300 followers on Instagram on my main account, and also please check out my new MUA account or makeup artist account. I'm currently starting out, so please kind of forgive me for the weird quality and whatnot. So yeah, but anyways, back onto our topic. Welcome back to my channel, and I probably already said that, but today we are reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. You have seen a ton of looks on my main account as well as my makeup artist account for clients. It looks like this. Obviously, it's been all over the internet. It's okay. I have no words to explain this gorgeous thing in the entire world. I am going to be buying this over and over again. I'm going to be putting this in my makeup artist kit when I go to school for it. I am going to be attending college for a makeup artist course, so I'm going to be putting this in my kit to work on clients, obviously sanitarying it as well, being sanitary and whatnot. So yeah, this is just, that's how much I love this palette. There is a few repeat shades in this palette, but we're going to get into that afterwards. First of all, we shall start with the overall being. So the net worth is 0.74 grams, which is 0.02 ounces each, and that's per shadow. That is their standard eyeshadow size. That's what it's in the Modern Renaissance palette as well. They're both cruelty-free. If you want to see a review on the Modern Renaissance palette as well, I will link it down below. Alrighty, so let's get back to the Soft Glam palette. They're both cruelty-free. It doesn't say anything about them being vegan, but I'm pretty sure if you look online, someone will say what are the vegan shades in this palette. I don't really know any of those ingredients, so yeah, but they are cruelty-free, which is good if you are cruelty-free like myself. The packaging is very sleek. It's the felty, like, just like the Modern Renaissance palette. This is so dirty. This is starting to get dirty as well. So if you guys have any tips to clean them, please let me know, because I would love to be able to clean these both and make them look like brand new. But anyways, let's get into these shades. They have, I'm pretty sure it's 9 mattes and 2, 4, 6, what are they described as? Glam shimmers. I love these shades. The only issue that I have with the shades, I don't really want to start off negative, but I would love to tell you all about the things that I do love with this palette, so I'm just going to get those out of the way quickly. So the only negative that I have is this mulberry shade. It is a beautiful, beautiful shade, but I find that it's so hard to work with on my eyes. I don't know if anybody else has issues with it, or it's just the brush that I used or use. I don't use this shade very often. I've only had this a couple weeks, but I have used every shade in this palette. I just find that it's kind of hard to blend out, so I have to start off with very, very little and then build it up. Because if I go in with it like too much at a time, then I find that it causes an issue and it just gets a little patchy. Other than that, it's really, really nice. The Noir, the black shade, I find that it's really hard to blend if you put too much on, so I definitely recommend building this shade up as well. They're very pigmented shades, and I'm going to give them credit for that, because that is what everybody wants, is a nice pigmented buttery shadow, and this is the definition of that. Just these two shades are the only shades that are like a little bit hard to work with, but I know reds and blacks are hard to formulate, and Black is one of those colors that you kind of have to build up or else you have problems with them. And plus you have to, it's really hard to blend them if you put too much on it, and it could ruin your whole look if you use too much. The repeat shades in this palette are Tempera, Burnt Orange, and Cypress Umber. I do not have an issue with repeat shades, but I do know other people do. I know a few friends of mine who also own the Modern Renaissance and the Soft Glam palette. They say they're not going to use the Burnt Orange in this palette until they are done with this one. Personally, I use them both so much that I don't really think it matters. I just have two of my favorite shades to use. I really do like the Orange Soda and Burnt Orange as transition shades if I'm going to be doing a more of a warm tone look. If I'm doing a more rosy look, which I love doing as well, using this palette, I definitely would go in with the Dusty Rose or Bon Fresco in the Modern Renaissance palette. Alrighty, okay. Also, Sultry. This is a pigmented, I'm sorry, I'm using my middle finger. This is such a pigmented shimmer shade. The only issue I have with it is it's too dark for a shimmer. I know other people who are using more like dark tones. This would be great in the fall, but I feel like for me personally, it's too dark of a shimmer. I can't use this too well. Like I tried to use it and I just didn't like it. I feel like you know, it fits in with these, but I think it's more of a fall tone shade. So if you're going to be using this in the summer, I think it's a little too dark unless you are doing a more smoky dark shadow. Glistening, don't even get me started on this shade. This is the perfect inner corner and lid shade for all around, like, oh my goodness. I need so many of those. I'm sorry, I have a little cut on the back of my finger. And Fairy. These shades are so pigmented and so beautiful. Like, I don't know how I lived without those shades. Glistening is more of a duochrome. It's gold, but it shifts kind of a peachy pink in my opinion. Whereas Fairy, it's more of a straight soft gold. A yellow toned soft gold. I hope you can see that. There's a lot of like red tone shades in this palette as well, which I personally love because I do love a warmer eye look. I don't really like cool tones on myself. You won't really see me using a lot of cool tones, but I personally like using warm tones. Now, bronze. I already used that finger. It is a beautiful, beautiful gold shade. Bronzy gold shade. I can't even explain it. I love this as a lid shade. Oh, I closed it. I love it as a lid shade. It blends so easily. You don't have to wet these shades with a brush. I personally find that you can just use them straight out of palette, pack it on your lid. You can wet them, but I personally don't. In my opinion, these shades are amazing with and without wetting them. Oh my god, I just got this dirty. Oh wow. In my opinion, they look beautiful with and without spritzing them with a Fix Plus or a setting spray. You could definitely use them dry. And that is what I love about these shimmer shades from Anastasia Beverly Hills, is they are just pigmented right away. You don't have to wet them. You don't have to do anything fancy to them. You can just put them on your lid and be done with it. Like, it is like, oh my gosh. I have nothing but good things to say about Anastasia Beverly Hills. The only thing that I didn't really like is their foundation, but their eyeshadow formula, like, I have so many of them in my kit now. Like, I have like a palette this big, and I just used all my single shadows and just put them in my kit. I don't personally use them on a daily basis, so I was just like, I already have the shades in these palettes, so I don't really need them, so I just put them in my kit. And this palette is definitely going in my kit, as well as the Modern Renaissance palette. Alrighty, so I think that is enough for today. I don't really have anything else to say about these palettes other than they're amazing. I definitely recommend them. If you love warm tone shades, definitely pick this up. Oh, pricing. Price in Canada it is $55. That is without tax, but in the US it's about $45. For tax on all, I paid about $68.78, I think. That is just ballparking. That's what I remember off the receipt. But I would pay that like anytime for this palette. This is now my go-to palette. I thought I was in love with this palette, but no. This is my baby. I will never let this go. This will be in my life for the rest of my life. If this is limited edition or it gets discontinued, I will cry. Alrighty, so that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below some looks that you want to see with this soft glam palette, because I do plan on doing a little bit more tutorials with this palette. And I